Night Rangers! Top of the morning to you. Thor's Day. Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Director. Talking Star Wars. And don't worry. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Sipping on a little coffee on the way to Nerdventures Tower. Man, this is going to be a fun one. We have to talk about Thor Love and Thunder director Taika Waititi commenting about his Star Wars movie. And I want to get into that. I want to break down some of the things he's saying. I want to ask some questions to you guys. I want to see what's going on. How does the fandom feel about this? And also, I think we have to revisit this after we all go see Love and Thunder. So this is kind of like part one of a conversation that I think we'll have a part two sometime next week after we see this movie because, you know, as it currently stands, Love and Thunder has the fourth lowest Rotten Tomatoes score in the MCU. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it is a data point. And so we want to watch the movie and we're going to see for ourselves, what do we make of this film? Is Taika the right guy for this? Should he probably watch the prequels before he does it? We're going to get into all of that and more. And I'm pulling into the tower. Hold on to your butts. I'll see you in a second. I gotta get this coffee in me. I'm lagging today, man. The brain is lagging. Hopefully the stream's not lagging, but the brain is lagging. What is up, all you Nerdvengers? All ye visitors to the tower. I hope you guys are having a terrific day. We're going to get into some juice today. It's going to be real interactive. I definitely want to know where you guys stand with a lot of this stuff. So I think that's going to be super fun to get into. A couple of things to talk about before we get into the main topic of today. A couple of things. Look, I should have mentioned this yesterday, but Saturday morning, if you are a Nerdventure member, Saturday morning, 10 a.m., we'll be live in Nerdventures Tower. We are doing a watch party, sort of like Saturday morning cartoons. We do this once a month together with all the members. All of you new members, it's always a good time. And we're going to hang out. We're going to watch X-Men Evolutions, which is on Disney+. So if you have Disney+, you'll be able to watch along with us. I'll kind of have it on screen. You'll see when you come into the watch party. I'll kind of have it on screen for you to watch. We'll watch some X-Men. I'm going to build my HeroClix team with you guys before we part ways. And so it should be like a nice chill stream like that. Tomorrow morning stream will be full spoilers for Love and Thunder. So some of you guys don't care about spoilers. You'll come on by. We'll talk about it at great length, do Q&A, whatnot. Maybe we'll do call-ins. I'm not 100% sure. Usually on the spoiler streams, we don't usually do call-ins, so we'll see what's up with that. But regardless, tomorrow morning will be spoiler stream. I'm seeing Thor today at 3 p.m. After I see it, after I get out, I will be doing a spoiler video, right? A breakdown, a first reaction, if you will, to the movie. I'll put that on the main channel tonight. I'll try to keep it spoiler-free for at least the first half, just to kind of give you my thoughts on it, and then we'll do spoilers in the rest. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I feel like there was, but I can't remember. Yeah, like I said, brain lagging, so I don't know. Okay. The Disney hacked Instagram? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, my guy. Bring it up again, like, during the end of the stream when we go into Q&A. The Gambit casting rumors. Okay, I'll touch on this briefly. We'll get into more, like, Q&A, like, casual stuff after we go through the Taika stuff. But that's not real. Yeah, that, I think, is either for the... I'm being told it's for the Echo show, which, by the way, huge video. This is the other thing. Oh, my God, we got there. This is the other thing. Today, at probably around 2 p.m., I'm going to drop a video about Echo, but it's really about Daredevil, Kingpin, Bullseye, a lot of crazy stuff that's going to be coming for the Netflix Marvel characters via, at least at first, initially, via the Echo show, and then moving on past that. So make sure you check that video out as well. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay, all right. So, let's start with a poll. Soda Shirt. This is Robin Hood Eon's Edge, which is one of my older comic books. Everybody just relax. All right, let's start with a poll. Let's start with a poll because I got a lot to talk about with this, man. I got a lot to get into with this. This is pretty crazy stuff. Do you think a Taika Waititi Star Wars movie will be good? I don't necessarily even know if that's the question, Larry, because it's not like I think it would be a functionally good film, but I guess what I'm really asking is, like, is it good for Star Wars, right? For the Star Wars brand. That's the way I'll frame it. Do you think the Taika Waititi Star Wars movie will be good for the Star Wars brand? Boom. That's where I want to start. I want to know what you guys think. So we're going to get into all the things that he said because, frankly, he's been talking. So here's the deal. Anytime a big director, and Taika is absolutely a huge director. He's one of the biggest directors in the world, has an incredible brand. You know, people, like, love him. Also, people love to hate him. He's like, yeah, he's got that thing. People want to talk about him, right? Either way, people want to talk about him. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, people want to talk about Taika. And he's also really talented. I think regardless of whether or not you like his flavor, you got to admit the dude's really, really talented. Anytime a big director is doing a big movie and has another big movie on their schedule or, you know, down the road that they're attached to, they're going to be asked about it. Every single time, without a doubt, okay? And we're talking about a guy who's currently releasing a Marvel movie and has a Star Wars movie on his schedule. Okay? That is a massive, like, 1-2 punch. It's a huge attention grab. So, like, of course he's going to be asked about this. It's also important to keep in mind. I'm kind of trying to frame this for you guys because this is the thing, right? It's also important to keep in mind that he knows that he's going to be asked about this. It's not like Taika wanders into an interview about Thor Love and Thunder and he's completely floored when they ask him about his Star Wars movie. No way. Dude, there's no way that's possible because even if that were the case just for him, the other side of this is Disney and the mouse and LucasFilm and Marvel, they all know as well. They literally have departments at Disney to, you know, inform the people that are, you know, doing interviews for the brand on, you know, things, and also to reprimand them when they go too far. Okay? Classically, you know, we've heard some crazy stories about, like for instance, when the PR lady for, I think it was just Disney overall, but maybe Lucasfilm, when she stepped down, I think it was a year ago now, Mark Hamill came out and talked about how, like, she would be the one to call him when he slipped up and said something wrong in an interview. Like, these are billion-dollar assets. These are massive companies, right? A lot of money on the line. And so there's literally, like, all kinds of awareness. I guess, let me ask you guys this. Yes or no? Put it into the chat. do you think Kathy has had conversations with Taika specifically about him answering questions about his Star Wars movie? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you think that Kathy has had discussions with Taika about questions about his Star Wars movie? Do you think so? I think so. I think so. I think that at the very least, there's been a sort of a nudge or some pressure. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, imagine this. Like, I don't know that something exactly like this happened, but a version of this likely happened. Somebody calls Taika from Lucasfilm and it explains, like, Taika, hey, how you doing? Oh, man, good to talk to you. Hey, just wanted to touch base with you on a couple of things. Being that you'll be doing a ton of press for Thor Love and Thunder, we know the Star Wars questions are coming, et cetera, et cetera. So we wanted to just kind of touch base with you on a couple of different things. That I 100% think something like that happened. And the reason I'm trying to like establish all of this and explain this to you is because just like everything else with Star Wars, when these things happen, you got a bunch of people rushing to defend and sort of downplay Taika's comments, and you have a ton of people on the other side that are trying to say that he is trying to burn Star Wars alive in front of our eyes. That's just the way that it is. You're going to see both of these things. You're going to see both of these crowds. And so our job, and what we like to do here, is kind of dive into what's the truth of this. What is the deal exactly with this? And I got to say, even though there is absolutely an argument to be made that he's just toying with us, having fun, joking, even though that is probably the case. Nonetheless, I think it is a very stupid idea, okay? And this is partially because of the Star Wars fan base themselves. Marvel, even Marvel right now, which is kind of in I don't know what you want to call it, like, almost like a lull or whatever. I've been talking a lot about this. Elisa and I had an incredible conversation about this because I feel like Marvel, it's so crazy. Like, this movie's projected in at like 300 million worldwide. Massive take. You know what I mean? Massive take. Everybody's going to go see Love and Thunder. Even if people don't go see it in the theater, people are going to watch it at home. It's such an important pop culture thing. Marvel has like edged out and earned this place in pop culture where fucking Thor movies, right, are going to be, if not $1 billion franchise or $1 billion movie, it's going to be huge. Everybody's going to be talking about it. People are going to grift off of it. It is huge. Marvel has like reached such a place where now the discussion around Marvel is water cooler talk, and even though a lot of the water cooler talk these days is like, oh man, it's just not hitting like it used to, or oh man, it's not working for me the way that it used to, and I think that's absolutely fair that Marvel is in some kind of a little lull here. Despite that, generally speaking, I think the Marvel fan base is way less serious, way less triggered, way less contentious than the Star Wars fan base. It's almost like this. Like, Taika can say all these ridiculous things about Marvel. Like, I think he's even said, like, I'll destroy your mythos in a minute or some shit like that. Like, he has a history of saying stuff, and he likes to stir the pot, right? Which, honestly, I respect. I'm a little bit of a pot stirrer myself. I, too, like to cause a little shit. Stir some things up. Trigger people. Troll. Yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. But Taika can get away with that when it comes to Marvel. Because here's the deal. Even if this movie is exactly what a lot of people are saying it is, and it's just kind of way too jokey, it's just too Taika, maybe, right? Which, by the way, I'm fucking pumped for this movie. I'm going to see it at 3. I'm excited. I don't have near the same level of hype as I've had for, like, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and, other projects. But nonetheless, dude, come on, man. I'm excited. I'm super hyped up. I'm going to be excited to check it out, and I'm going to be excited to give you my thoughts. And even if I come away from that movie saying that was way too jokey, and I really hope they rein Taika in, it doesn't ruin Marvel. It doesn't really emotionally affect me that much. It'll just kind of be like, man, this latest one just didn't hit like the last one. But that's fine. the thing I was talking about yesterday with Elisa is like, everybody's getting so triggered, and like the attention of where Marvel is at right now is causing so much conversation. I find that fascinating because frankly, what's going on right now doesn't fucking matter at all. That's right. I want to say this again. What's happening right now with the MCU doesn't fucking matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. We will not even be thinking about this or really considering it a year from now. Once the X-Men come in, once the Fantastic Four come in, once we start heading towards Secret Wars and things really start to elevate and you start to see this like grand plan come together, bro, nobody's going to be talking about the Eternals not hitting the way we wanted. Nobody's going to give a fuck about Thor 4 being too jokey. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the spot that Marvel has earned, and it is what it is. But he can't get away with that shit at Star Wars. The Star Wars fan base is completely different, and Star Wars as a brand is in a completely different spot, okay? Marvel can literally, like, kind of phone it in. I don't even think that's necessarily what's happening right now, but they can absolutely do that, deliver a few heavy hitters here and there, set up their Secret Wars, and just fucking cash checks all day. Like, this shit's crazy. Like, this movie's gonna make bank, and it might not even be good, bro. We don't know, okay? We gotta see it. We don't know. And the fans will not come for Taika's head, at least the Marvel fans, regardless. But Star Wars fans, man, Star Wars fans are different. I know, because I am one of them, and I'm super irrational, and I also deal with a ton of them, and they're super irrational, and honestly, just kind of a ridiculous pain in the ass. That's the Star Wars fan base, you know? Much love to you guys, but y'all are crazy and you know it. So that takes us to the comments recently made by Taika Waititi. Let's get this stuff pulled up here. Hang on a second. Everybody relax. Let's get into it. Here we go. Okay. This shit's blowing up. Okay, you might think it's the dumbest thing in the world. You might think people are blowing it way out of proportion, and that's fine. Regardless, this shit's blowing up. This shit's blowing up, dog. And this Rolling Stone article, this Rolling Stone interview, oh my God, there's a lot of juice in this Rolling Stone interview. A lot of juice, okay? So, director Taika Waititi forgot Natalie Portman was in the prequels and asked her to star in his Star Wars movie via Rolling Stone. Again, bro, the amount of people that reached out to me, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Discord, sharing this article to me and being like, we're fucking doomed. We're doomed. Bro, there is literally layers to the disappointment and to the rage of Star Wars fans. Like, this might be a situation where this is a completely harmless and fine joke, but it's like going to a dinner, okay? And maybe you have got a parking ticket, maybe your cat's sick, maybe that one person at your job was extra a-holy that day, maybe got a bad phone call, just start stacking all this shit up. You're very, very frustrated. You go to dinner, somebody makes a joke about your shirt or some shit, and you slap them in the fucking face. Not because the joke itself was too much, but because you've had a hell of a day, and one last thing that happened, it pushed you right over the edge. That's what the Star Wars fans are like. Are you kidding me? Star Wars fans have been, for the most part, in my opinion, dragged around, pushed around, had dirt rubbed in our eye, had Lucasfilm make almost all the wrong PR decisions. They're selling $5,000 ice cream fake-ass drinks. That, you know what I mean? Like, the Star Wars fans are at a place where, frankly, I feel like, Taika, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to come in and make jokes like this, you want to rub it in, you want to do Taika. Taika's fine. And I think that a lot of people like Taika's charm, his sort of, shit grin, kind of nature and all that stuff. I just think, frankly, it might be the worst combination ever. By the way, hold on to your butts. Everybody chill. Here's the other side of this. I think Taika understands this. I think he's way smarter than he leads on. I think he already knows this is a bad idea. And I think he might be trying to distance himself from Lucasfilm and Star Wars. This joke might be more than a joke. This joke might be, I need to get the fuck out of this deal. I need to not make this Star Wars movie, okay? You don't think he knows? You don't think he knows? You really think he's that out of touch? That he doesn't know that when he says some shit like this, like, bro, motherfucker, you forgot about the prequels? You forgot about the prequels. Okay. But it's even worse than that, because if you check this out, and this to me is like wild, guys. Like the balls of this Rolling Stone person, and it sort of just shows how much the public perception and a lot of professional grace granted has completely diminished for Kathleen Kennedy. Like, this question that we're about to go over here, this question would not be asked 3 years ago. Point blank period. It would not have been asked. People are done covering for this lady. People are done with the kid gloves. Public sentiment for Kathy is, it's low. Okay? So check this out. This dude, or gal actually, I'm not sure who wrote the article. Let's check out the article. Yeah, this dude, Brian. He literally asks, in either case, the fact is the modern history of Star Wars is littered with abandoned projects. Lucasfilm CEO Kathleen Kennedy doesn't hesitate to jettison movie ideas that don't seem to be working. How do you deal with that knowledge as you start to work on this? Yo, he's literally like, well, modern Star Wars is full of examples where Kathy fires the fuck out of people all the time. Just happened a couple more times. Taika, how do you deal with that shit as you go on to write your Star Wars movie? How do you deal with that? His answer, might happen to me. Might happen to me. And I think Taika, 10 years ago, would be so panicked and nervous at the prospect of that. But if it's not right, it's not right. If it's not ready, it's not ready. With Star Wars, I don't want to rush. It's something I would want to just leap into, or it's something I wouldn't want to just leap into and not feel that it's unique. It's my film, and it makes sense, because that would be a disaster. I'm writing at the moment, so I'm going to do my best to come up with an idea that everyone loves. Now, that last line there that he says, like, I want to come up with an idea that everybody loves, he is, in my opinion, absolutely capable of doing that. And, you know, again, we haven't seen Love and Thunder, but I'm hearing, and the sort of consensus is that the people that really like the movie are kind of surprised that he was able to nail such a sort of basic but very heartfelt like theme with the movie when it comes to love and all of its complications and all of that, right? And the movie Love and Thunder is said to have just a massive heart, you know? And so despite all the goofiness, despite all these different things, and again, we'll see it for ourselves. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But that the movie's going to have a big heart. And that is the thing that I think a lot of people are resonating with when it comes to the film. I believe that Taika is completely capable of creating an incredible Star Wars movie, but he kind of also has this side of him, this really, like, you know, immature, kind of like pushing people in your face, likes to, you know, stir the pot side that just might not work with where Star Wars is currently at. If you look at what happened with Rian Johnson, I mean, holy shit, bro. Like, this dude got, you know, dragged, you know? If you look at what's going on with Kenobi and, you know, the different people, even myself, like, I've said a few things about Joby Harold. I'm really not a fan. And I'm really not a fan of what he did in the show. So, Star Wars, perhaps at a place where a guy like Taika, who is capable of making a really great mass appeal film, but also has this side of him, man. You know what I mean? He's gonna say these things to try to troll and trigger the fan base. Just absolutely might not be the right fit. One other thing I want to bring up, because I called it a while back, and by the way, I don't actually want this to be the case. I'm just kind of reading the tea leaves here. Just a couple of weeks ago, he threw a lot of cold water onto the idea of his Star Wars movie shooting this year and coming out in 2023. And the only reason he's getting questions like this is because at Star Wars Celebration, with no movie announcements whatsoever, all that Kathy actually said was like, we have a plan. Taika's shit is way more a part of that. We're pushing off Patty Jenkins' movie. She's still working on the script, and Taika's movie is next. And then somebody kind of like said, so to be clear, are you saying it'll come out in 2023? She said, we don't have a date, right? So because of that sort of framing going into this massive Marvel movie, Taika's asked about a Star Wars movie. We said here, I'm still trying to figure out what the story is. Okay? So let's just read this. On May 4th, 2020, Lucasfilm announced that Taika Waititi would co-write. Are we good on this? Is this fucking good? You can see this shit? Let's see. Hang on, let me make it a little larger for you. Taika Waititi would co-write with 1917 and Last Night in Soho scribe Christy Wilson Carnes and direct a new theatrical release Star Wars film. Since then, not much has been revealed, but when The Wrap sat down with him to talk about his upcoming superhero sequel, Thor Love and Thunder, we had to ask him about the status of the project and how it was coming along. Some had suggested that filming on Waititi's movie would begin later this year, since President of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, had suggested his movie was further along than Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, which Disney had penciled in for December 2023. If Disney is still trying to fill a slot next Christmas with a Star Wars project, it would presumably fall to Waititi's still unannounced project. As it turns out, not so much. Not this year, Waititi said. When we asked if he'd begin working on the project soon, he explained, I'm going to be in New Zealand from August until the end of the year with Our Flag Means Death and Time Bandits. And during that time, I will still be writing. I'm still trying to figure out what the story is. If Waititi's movie isn't going to be ready in time for next Christmas, and Jenkins' movie is being pushed off to the side for the moment, in Kennedy's words, then what will the next Star Wars movie be? And when will it be? Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is working on a Star Wars project with G. Day Dillard and Michael Waldron. At the very least, there'll be plenty of Star Wars on the small screen with Andor, blah, 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 coming in. Okay, so again, we talked about this before, but it's kind of like one of these things like in the press, you know, it's all kind of like a game. You know what I mean? In Hollywood, with the press, with the comments, a lot of this stuff is, I don't know, man. It's like a game, right? And it's almost like with what Kathy said during Celebration, she's leaving the door open and kind of like expecting that Taika would, you know, do his Star Wars movie, or at least when asked about it, sort of give hope, or at least keep it open that, yeah, he could have his movie right. He's literally like, no. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so for me, as I'm watching what he said then, I'm watching the different interviews and the way he's talking about Star Wars. And she's, you know, in the Rolling Stone article, literally asking about being jettisoned off a project by Kathleen Kennedy. He's literally like, yeah, it might happen to me. And I'm sure he said it in like a cheeky, you know, hyped up kind of Taika way. It's really interesting, man. And on top of all that, I'm super excited for Love and Thunder, but we gotta be real about this, guys. This is the 4th lowest Rotten Tomatoes score MCU movie. It's mixed. People are mixed on it, right? I mean, that's what I said. That's what I said in the video. That's what I've been saying. People are mixed on Waititi and Love and Thunder. I don't know, man. Might be the perfect storm to maybe get either this project pushed down the line or for him to not do it. And the thing that's also kind of crazy about this is I kind of think that this might be good. I like Taika and I like Thor Love and I haven't seen Love. I like Ragnarok, okay? But it's like right on the edge for me, and I'm really curious as to how Love and Thunder is going to hit me specifically, because I'm not a fan of like that super over, like too many jokes, like too jokey. I'm not super fan. Like I keep talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. To me, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, even though initially I was like, I don't know, it really grew on me, and I think it's a really good movie. Like I love Guardians Volume 1. But 2 was like too much James Gunn. It was like they let James Gunn just a little too much, and I didn't like it. I know a lot of people, get down with it, but for me, I was like, a little too much. And I'm kind of starting to think that maybe that's what's going to happen in Love and Thunder. It's just a little too much Taika, right? His Star Wars episode of The Mandalorian, which was the finale, I think he did 2 actually, but he did the finale of Season 1. It has a lot of great stuff in it. I really like it. But the beginning scene with the troopers, little too Taika for me. It's like right on that edge, man. And I think that where Lucasfilm is at right now, where the Star Wars fan base is at right now, we haven't had a Star Wars movie in theaters since Rise of Skywalker. And Taika, if he indeed comes off the heels of like a pretty, I don't want to say controversial, because I don't think it's controversial. I just think that it's mixed, right? If he's coming off a mixed Marvel movie, it's just, I don't think this is a good fit, man. I don't think this is going to be the movie to really unite and bring people back. Now, on the other side of that, I will say that I think Taika is absolutely capable of creating a Star Wars movie that could really resonate, hit all the themes of Star Wars before, and be amazing, and even set us up for a new era of Star Wars content. Sort of like, oh man, like, totally. I think he's completely capable of that. But the question is the leadership at Lucasfilm and the fan base and his personal brand, like, is this just a disaster waiting to happen? I don't know. Let me ask you guys this, because I'm kind of curious about this. Do you guys think there is a director or a creative that could do the next Star Wars movie that the majority of the fan base would get behind? Do you think? Because I don't know. Is there somebody out there that could be that? The Duffer Bros? Well, the Duffer Bros just signed to do more Netflix stuff. Spielberg? I don't know about that, brother. Dave Filoni, yeah. George Lucas, yeah, of course. Feige, maybe. I still think there'd be skepticism for Feige, but I think Feige would nail it. And he's going to produce. Even if he's got to get a good director. Period. So, yeah. Snyder? I think Snyder's pretty divisive as well. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Filoni is the answer. Here's the problem. Filoni is the answer for Star Wars fans, but Filoni is like a nobody to like normies. Joe Biden, 100%, actually. You're right. If it was Biden, we would... Damn, dog. That's the one. That's the one. So, I don't know, bro. Star Wars is in a very unique place, and I do personally feel, again, that this movie will probably not get made. I do. That's just me, though. I would like to be wrong, but I'm just kind of reading in between the tea leaves, and it's like, bro, this is the opportunity to hype up people for your Star Wars movie. Like, he's got to know he's going to be asked about it. He's got to know that, like, he could say some things. Like, he could literally just say, I have some really interesting ideas, and I think the Star Wars fan base is going to like it. You know what I mean? But literally instead, he's like joking about forgetting the prequels, talking about how he might get fired, talking about how he still has to come up with an idea. Like, I would argue that the pattern of these answers is a little bit more telling than just Taika being Taika. I don't think so, man. You know, like, I don't think this is Taika just being Taika. I think it's a little deeper than that. I could be wrong. But that's what I think. So, yeah. Bro, Fook Top Gun, says Nerd Executive. You don't say that. Top Gun's great. Josh, he's playing with my emotions. He is playing with your emotions a little bit, yeah. That's exactly how I would cope with the Star Wars stress. Brian Johnson, says Alfonso. Oh my God, bro. That would be the worst possible scenario. So maybe they'll do it. You know, honestly, though, just to kind of play with that idea for a second, it would almost be it'd almost be the perfect thing to do, right? Because you think about it, everybody would be low-key happy if Rian Johnson directed a Star Wars movie, okay? Let me explain what I mean. All the haters would be so happy because they'd be like, bro, content for days, videos for days. They would just, their eyes about the AdSense that would come in from talking about fucking Rian Johnson, they'd get a boner, 100%. So like all those people would be like, oh, let's go. And by the way, I would probably join in on that a little bit. Just being real, I'd probably join in a little bit. All the people that love Rian Johnson, they'd be like, fuck yeah, haters be damned, fuck yeah, let's go, Last Jedi's best, ah! And they'd go crazy, 100%. They'd go nuts, okay? All the people in the middle, that's kind of a hard one. How do you think people in the middle would react? Probably hate it. Probably hate it, but also would go see it. Like, that's the kind of wild thing is, like, we would all have to go check that shit out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's he possibly gonna... Like, Last Jedi guy again? From the writer-director of The Last Jedi. What the fuck? Because, look, I know a lot of you Last Jedi lovers don't want to believe this, but the real on that movie is the majority of normies don't like it. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's just facts. Like, 100%, I looked it up. We did the research. You know... Just the majority of people that are just normies didn't like that movie. And it's not even for all the reasons that, like, people like me didn't like it. It's literally just that it's weird. It's just weird, uneven, and they're like, what the fuck was the casino shit? What the fuck? A slow-moving chase in space? Like, that's the kind of shit that normies didn't like. Yeah, most people... Dude, that's real talk. Levi says, most normies think the sequel trilogy was not good. Like that, again, it's cool if you like it. It's cool if you think it's the best. But like the people out there that think that The Last Jedi is this like movie that all these people love and this vocal minority of folks have been shitting on, like you're high. In fact, you're so fucking high. Send me a DM. What are you on? What is that? Because I occasionally too like to take a couple blinkers. So hit me with what you're on. You know what I mean? Because that's a special place. That's a new kind of cloud. You know what I mean? Blinkers to the sky. Blinker, blinker. Blinker, blinker. Blinker, blinker. Okay, let's do another poll. Yeah, let's do another poll. Oh, shit, I'm toxic. My bad. My bad, guys. I didn't want to be super toxic about that shitty dog shit, bubbling, hot doo-doo, booty cheek, mom joke, Mary Poppins, ruined my childhood, piece of trash. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so toxic about it. I'm going into all of the diapers that we're getting for the baby, and I'm getting a picture of either Rian Johnson or the Last Jedi logo. so that right away, my son can start shitting on this stuff. Okay. Do you think the Taika Waititi Star Wars movie will get made? I want to know. Oh, is that not toxic enough for you? Oh, is that a little too much toxicity? Anyway. And by the way, like, can I ask another question? Can we just, when people watch me and then they ask, like, why don't you get invited to premieres? Is that, like, what's going on there? If you watch the content, how can you possibly be surprised when your boy doesn't get invited to shit? You know, just a casual, just casual question. You know, I'm just trying to figure out where we're at with that. You know. You need a toxic caution gift before you start going. Oh yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, thanks, Patrick. Good to see you in the tower, brother. Okay. Yeah. 60% of you guys say no. That's interesting, man. I think either way, and this is what I keep saying. I keep trying to like say to myself, like to be positive about it. Maybe the silver lining here is that we'll actually get Taika's movie. Like it seems like, this is what I heard, right? The toxicity of our city. Shout out to Trev. What was I talking about? You just got me on a system of down. God damn it. Too many blinkers. Okay. Star Wars. Oh, yes. This is what it was. The silver lining that I keep telling myself is like, yo, if it's true that Kathy is low-key trying to avoid making the Kevin Feige Star Wars movie because she's like, I can't have Kevin Feige come in and do like universally loved, awesome Star Wars. It'll make me look bad. I don't want to look bad. If that's really happening, which, you know, again, rumor. But if that's really happening, it's going to get to the point where nobody else is going to sign up. If Taika's trying to distance himself and is like low-key trying not to get this gig, if Patty's like, fuck that, and she's like on her own, I mean, like, she's just running out of people. Like, she's legitimate. It's going to be one of those things where she's just going to keep walking around the dance floor, trying to get a dancing partner. And all the while, Feige leaning up against the wall, you know, in a jean jacket, watching her ask all these people, just kind of smiling, be like, she's going to come to me. Oh, she'll come to me. She'll come to Papa Feige. You know? Yeah. That might be where we're at. So that's a silver lining for me. I also think it's a silver lining that, like, maybe Dave Filoni gets a shot at movies. Holy shit, bro. Like, we live in a world where the animation guy that literally animated on King of the Hill. Did you know that? He animated on King of the Hill. And he said that's the only show that he could have actually got an animation gig at in Hollywood because he's actually not that good of an animator. I mean, he's a good artist, and you know, but he's just not. He's the King of the Hill guy. The fucking King of the Hill guy is now going to be the savior of Star Wars and make probably the best Star Wars movies. Like, as a fan, I think Dave could literally make a trilogy of movies right now that would absolutely turn public perception around and create a new vibe, restore a lot of faith in consumers for the brand. Really do. I think he could do it today. But, like, we might actually, like, see that come to fruition just because of the kind of continuous string of calamitous, falling apart of these different movies on the production side for Star Wars. So, I don't know, man. And again, we are going to revisit this next week. We will revisit this next week. I'm going to see Thor today. I'm hyped up for Thor, baby. I'm hyped up. Chad May, Korg, Christian Bale, Gore, let's go. I'm excited. I heard Zeus is incredible. I'm excited. But we'll see how it goes down. You know what I mean? We'll see. Damn it, Bobby. We'll see. And we'll talk about this next week. And you know what I'm looking for? Do you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for some of y'all that was like, I'm all about Taika. Like where's Alfonso? Some of you guys in here are probably like, I'm all about Taika. Everything Josh says is wrong. You're like Stonewall on this shit. You're like, no, wrong. He's toxic. I can't believe the diaper joke. This is ridiculous. And Taika's going to save it. And Star Wars is fine. And everybody loves The Last Jedi. I'm looking for some of you people to watch Love and Thunder and admit next week, I don't know. I don't know about Taika and Star Wars. I don't know. I don't know about Star Wars. Taika, I don't know. So. That's where we're at with that one, ladies and gentlemen. That's the report. That's the story. Let's see if there's anything else going on in the world. I know there was the thing yesterday with the Gambit shit. I fell for it too. But it's not for Gambit, unfortunately. Love me some Gambit. Super excited for the X-Wing. But, nah, fam, that ain't it. It's probably just for the Echo show, which, again, is going to be amazing. And I have a dope video coming out for you guys later today about how freaking awesome that is. But, yeah, I say let's get into some Q&A. Let's go over the soupy chats. Let's go over the member chats. Let's hang in the chat for a little bit and just see what's going on. Then I'll have to get on out of here. By the way, probably can't do much gaming and much long streams right now, but soon. The tower, Nerd Ventures Tower, getting a power upgrade. We're getting a little upgrade over here. I'll talk more about it later, but when that happens, man, we're gonna be doing some longer streams. We're gonna be doing some gaming streams. We're gonna be just chilling, and I highly recommend. No, Gambit's not in Echo, Seattle. Holy shit. I highly recommend, if you are a member, come on by Saturday morning, man. We're going to watch the X-Men together. We're going to make a HeroClix team, and I got another surprise for you guys Saturday morning. So if you want to come by for Saturday morning cartoons, I got a little surprise for you guys. It's going to be fun, okay? All right, lads and lasses. Let's get into some Q's and some A's. Attilia, Y2K's first in today with a $5 holla says, Taika Waititi's new Star Wars movie gonna be like, somehow Padme returned. Yeah, kinda, huh? Again, he might just, he's probably just joking. But he might not have been. Like, that's the other side of this. Is like, all right, let's go to Poll Town. I gotta know. Because I actually think he could have not been joking. I think he, generally speaking, probably remembers the prequels. But he might legit not remember. Bro, there are people out there that hate the prequels. Like Star Wars Santa. Star Wars Santa hates the prequels, bro. And, like, the prequels are always the lowest on his list when he's ranking and all that. Do you think Taika was joking about forgetting Padme? What do you think? What do you think? Prequels are the best in Star Wars. I like the prequels quite a bit. Resurrect Padme? Ooh, dude, if they resurrect Padme and she goes dark side, that could be interesting. I don't mind too much Taika in Star Wars. That's good. I actually think a lot of people would like to see what he does. JJ hates them. He does. He hates the prequels, yeah. He probably thought Padme was played by Keira Knightley the whole time. Interesting. Now, that would have been deep cut if you, like, throw that out. 100% he was joking? Mas, are you sure? 100%? Nerds don't understand sarcasm. Okay. What is sarcasm? Just quietly tell me in chat. I'm not familiar with this word. Throw it into the chat. Let's not make a big thing of it. What the fuck is sarcasm? What is that? Wow, look at that. Right down the middle. Right down the middle. 50-50. 50% of people think he actually forgot about Padme. Nothing goes over my head. I'm so athletic and agile, I would catch it. Yeah. Dang, that's kind of wild, yo. 50-50 on that, huh? Okay, Mike East with a $5 holla says, word up, nerds. It's my birthday today, and I didn't book tickets for Thor, so gotta go tomorrow. Love your work, Josh. Keep nerd venging and take my money. Well, thank you, Mike. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for Mike? Happy birthday, Mike. Mike, you got something fun you're doing, man? What are you doing for the B-Day? What are you going to do? You got any cool plans? Got any cool plans, bruh? Okay, Masma says, member for 16 months says, this is a Taika appreciation member. I'm a little disappointed that he may not do Star Wars. I love him, and I wanted to see what he was going to do. Oh man, I'm just kind of, okay, Masmas, I've probably said this like a million times today, but like, this is my feelings on it. Is like, I'm with you in regards to Taika being really, truly an artistic genius. I really do believe he is an artistic genius. But all of these geniuses and all of these super creative people, they all tend to get to this place where there's too many yes men around them and they're not reined in. And I just fear, given Lucasfilm's track record, especially under Kathy, that they wouldn't rein him in at all. So it's like, part of me is like, yes, I appreciate that he is probably one of the best working directors in Hollywood. He's an incredible writer. He's got a great eye. He understands. I think he understands storytelling at a very deep level. However, just might not be the right guy for Star Wars right now. You know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I understand where you're at. 34 Virgo says, I'm glad someone approved Taika's pitch idea for a Star Wars movie. I hope he starts something totally new with the few connections to the old era. Oh, 34 Virgo, you believe that he pitched something? He literally said he doesn't even know what it's about. He doesn't even know what it's about, my guy. I don't think there was a pitch, man. I don't. If there was a pitch, maybe it wouldn't be 2 years from his hire with him still not having an idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just fail to believe that a guy that gets hired 2 years ago and publicly says, I still have to work on the idea. I just don't think there was a pitch there. You know? Do you think that Ryan had a pitch when they hired him? Levi, member for 18 months, says, Josh, you say Filoni can't be given the keys because he is a nobody to normies. But doesn't Star Wars brand put normies in seats? Not the name of the creatives? Levi, I agree with you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is how Hollywood works. Like, you've got a bunch of boomers, and you got a bunch of, like, old heads, and they're all, like, they all have either an inordinate amount of power or money, right? So they got to go to this room full of stiffs, totally out-of-touch boomer folk, and they've got to convince them why people would go watch a Dave Filoni Star Wars movie. And it's like, to them, this is what it is. To them, it literally comes down as like some absurd, stupid shit. Like, they're like, well, at my fancy golf game on Saturday with all the directors and producers, I won't be able to brag about Dave Filoni. Like, it's literally shit that stupid that runs that town. So, unfortunately, while I completely agree with you, I'm just trying to be realistic and be like, yo, they're not going to... We might get there. I think we might get there. And especially if it's John and Dave together as a package, because The Mandalorian is so big and John's Hollywood. People like... He's Hollywood. So, maybe together. But, frankly, like, that ain't how that shit works, bro. Kendall says, Thor coming out tonight and we're talking Star Wars? FML, take my money. Kendall, I get you and I appreciate the sentiment, bro. But, like, I thought about it, too. I was like, yeah, we could just get hyped up for Thor. But what is there really to get, like, what are we going to do? Watch more trailers? And we know what it is. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for Thor. but there's not a lot of like hype around the movie. The thing with Thor is more like it's just question marks. It's like, is this shit good? You know what I mean? That's kind of where we're at. And I do think there'll be discussion about like some of the ending and the post-credit scene and like where we're going with that. And I'm excited to like do those breakdowns. But going into it without getting spoilery, I don't see how we can get hyped up on it. And also like this Marvel movie is going to be a determining factor in if his Star Wars movie will get made. 100%. So, my bad, bro. Just hold on. 2 weeks to Comic-Con, Kendall. 2 weeks to Comic-Con, and we got a dope Echo video coming out later. Trev says, System of a Down, Toxicity, new intro music. Not bad. Marco says, clickbait shills like Cosmic Wonder get invited. I will say this. I think Cosmic Wonder has really evolved over time. Back in the day, I was not a fan of his content, but nowadays I feel like he does some pretty good stuff. And even though, he's obviously very positive on Marvel for the most part, I've seen him be critical of Marvel as well. So I don't know if I would consider him like a shill, but I think he would certainly go a little softer on things because, he's involved with all that. John Paca says, Saturday Tex Avenger meetup in Austin for Thor. Take my money. Dude, that's sick. Super pumped about that. I hope you guys have a great time. I know that Lord Vito and Jedi Mike are going to watch Thor tomorrow. I think in Miami, right? Holy shit, that would be a fun time. I'm seeing Thor today, obviously, and then I'm seeing Thor Saturday night again. So I'm hella excited, man. I'm excited. Mason says, been a silent follower of yours since 2017. I don't know what changed, but I want to be more active. So get used to me, you dork. Josh don't like stories. Oh, well, thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. I think that's awesome. I'm glad you've liked the content. It's probably been a weird journey to kind of watch me change over time and whatnot. But, yeah, man, we have a good time over here, and the community's awesome. So we do a lot of fun streams, behind the scenes with the Nerd Avengers. We have a lot of fun on the watch parties and whatnot. So, yeah, it's a good time over here. I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you. Mike says, member for 12 months. Member for a year, Mike. Appreciate you, bro. Normies don't understand Hollywood. Just have Dave as director and put a recognizable name as executive producer and do it. Nerd Adventures for life. I'm with you, bro. I'm thinking there's a way that this could happen. But the cards are unfortunately stacked against him. C-Dub with a $10 holla says, everyone's sleeping on James Mangold. Ooh. I like James Mangold. He would crush a Star Wars movie. Logan, Ford vs. Ferrari, Greatest Showman, Walk the Line, 310 to Yuma. Filoni and Favreau write it. Mangold directs. Boom. Star Wars is back. So, C-Dub, I like this, and I'm a big fan of James Mangold. Like a big fan, bro. I even like Night and Day. The shit he did with, I think it was Cruise and something about Mary Lady. I forget her name. But here's the problem with James Mangold. He's currently doing Indiana Jones 5, the time travel movie. And I just got to say, I think that movie's going to be divisive. I do. I think that movie's going to be divisive, and I think that's unfortunately going to really hurt James Mangold's brand. And that would not... let's wait and see. Wait and see on that, Masma says, Taika is making stuff he loves and having relations with pop stars half his age. What he need a Star Wars for? Oh, he sure don't. He sure doesn't need Star Wars. And he's going to do Mando episodes either way. Like, he's going to direct some Mando episodes. But I think the sort of pressure of a Star Wars movie, given the current state of the brand and the fans, that's what I'm saying, is like it's probably just not the right time. But maybe it'll happen, and we'll be along for the ride either way. Josh I, member for 25 months with a golden badge. And are those Infinity Stones in your badge, Josh? Holy shit. Josh I says, what up, Josh? Nerd Adventure for life. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. We appreciate you. How does my gold badge look? Well, I just told you, bro. It looks great. And I appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much. Drew Smith says, how is this the stream on Thor's Day? Can we get some happy mother flipping hype, please? Drew, I'm sorry. Okay? Again, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with the Thor? Hey, what you want me to just get super hyped up? You want me to just dress as Thor? Swing a hammer? What do you want? What do you want me to do? Look, I want to look at the chat right now. For all of you guys that want to hyped up Josh for Thor. The fuck do you want me to do? Put it into the chat right now. What do you want me to do? Read some reviews. Okay. Take off your shirt. I don't know about that. Shave your head. Be more toxic. Swing the hammer, daddy. You relax. Let's jerk off to the trailers. Oh, shit. It's getting weird. It's getting weird in here. Swing some hammers around like lightsabers. Oh, shit. You know what? I am going to go out, though, and get some swag before the stream. We'll do a giveaway tomorrow morning. Dude, there's an awesome Marvel Legends Thor figure that's Target exclusive that he actually, like, swings the fucking hammer. Dude, I'm down. I'm down. So I am going to go get some cool stuff like that. We could live stream that. Live stream doing a hunt for sweet toys. Yeah. Yeah. Worship your Natalie Portman shrine. Elisa made me get rid of the shrine. It was like one of the first things when she came to here and came to live with me. She walked in, you know, I was like showing her around and I was like, yeah, this is the bathroom. This is our room. You know, this is the office. This is the bed. This is my Natalie Portman shrine, you know. And I kind of tried to just kind of, you know, move past. And she was like, what's all this? What's all this? And I was like, man, like, you know, it's just my Natalie Portman shrine. It's not that big of a deal. And so we had to throw it out. Is Sideshow Collectibles best for Star Wars statues? Oh, they're good. They're good, bro. I like them a lot. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. It's just Drew is also like, come on, man, let's get hyped. And I understand it. Andre says, I need special Nerdvenger stream today. Just saying, much love, y'all. And smash that button to share the love. Well, I hope you're doing okay, man. Whatever's going on, I hope you're doing okay. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. Scotty says, you got to get both sides super close and then not let them finish. Pro tips, film school knowledge. Take my money. Indeed. Indeed. T-Love says with a $10 holla. Fun fact, I can never remember both Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley names at the same time because of the prequels. It trips me up so much, and I can only remember one at a time. Dude, maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's legitimately what happened. I don't know, man. I think he was just messing with us. Nick says, Josh sarcasm is the empty chasm left from a Sarlacc pit when it dies. Did anybody explain sarcasm? Because I still don't know what that word means, and I'm too afraid to ask. King Roman says with a $5 holla, says, I am not bothered by the low score for Thor 4. Thor is my favorite character. Ragnarok is my favorite movie. Tickets for tonight at 6 and Saturday or Sunday morning. That's awesome, dude. Look, I expect that I'll like it. I am excited, dude. Come on, man. Thor, seeing the Celestials, Zeus. The post-credit scenes sound really good. And then gore is apparently terrifying. So I'm excited. Let's get it. Mike East says, member for 2 months. Thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. Had to nip away. No plans today. I'm old. Oh, dude, I understand. Sometimes, like my plans for my birthday this year are probably just to, like, take a long nap. Probably take a long nap. You know, that sounds great. You know what sounds great? A long nap. Oh, fuck, dude. It's great. Patrick says, Thor, or rather, let's go with Aaron's first. Are we forgetting about Mando 1 finale? Taika said in an interview with Men's Health that directing Star Wars is not like Marvel and can't be disrespected. Aaron, you're absolutely right. And yet 2 years later, he's out here pissing in our faces like R. Kelly. It's fucked up, bro. So I don't know, man. I might like I said, we're gonna revisit this after we watch the movie. Okay, I'm having a mint. Patrick Wire says Thor drops tonight, and I'm more hyped for the boys. Ooh, dude. Oh my god, that's a great point. Okay, hang on now. I'm only doing this I'm only doing this for Kendall and for MCU Drew, okay? I'm only doing this for them. Matic, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Feel the power flow from within you to without you to back inside you and all over. Welcome to the team. Okay. What are you more hyped for? This goes out to Kendall and MCU Drew. You wanted more Thor? You want me to bring the hammer down? Let's see. Let's see where you guys are at. Boys before toys. Amen. Dude, of course. Look, everybody's more excited for Thor. Duh. I told you guys this would happen. Damn it. Shit. Okay, let's keep going. Renee, member for 25 months. And damn, Renee, that gold badge is looking good. What's up, Nerd Vengers? The Rona visited our house on the 4th. Fun times. Missed some streams and my Nerd Venger fam, but I'm back, baby. Nerd Vengers for life. Well, I'm glad you made a good recovery, man. Yeah, that's been happening, huh? Occasionally, I still, get a friend, or actually one of my good buddies is my Jamaican and Scottish buddy. He's got the Rona, man. Still hitting people, you know? It's kind of wild. Hope you're okay, though. Hope the fam's good. Elijah says with a $5 holla. Asking in good faith, how do we make Disney Star Wars change? If business model is based off of hyping up watch parties and giving Disney Star Wars more views. I understand what you're saying, Elijah, but I just don't think, honestly, I think what you assume by saying that is that if I stop doing watch parties, if Theory stops doing watch parties, if all the content creators you know right now stop doing watch parties, you presume that that will affect the numbers? I would argue that it would not. I would argue that other watch parties would still happen. And the watch parties would just be probably more kind of, I guess, shilly or whatever. And then, it doesn't fix the problem. I don't even think a hard boycott or anything like that would even sort of work at this point. To me, the only way, and this is just kind of my personal thing, is that I kind of want to be this voice for reasonable criticism. I don't like to grift. I don't like to go for the low-hanging fruit. I also really want to be vocal about when Star Wars is great and when Star Wars is booty cheeks Kenobi style. And I think that all I can do is just try to speak my mind, put that shit out there. And also we can hope that they learn from the numbers. If they look at the numbers, they'll understand that the show dropped off, and they'll understand that the finale didn't hit the way it should have. And they'll make adjustments. That's the best we can do. So I understand what you're saying, Elijah. I just don't agree with the premise. OG Larry 420 with a $5 holla says, I've had Rona for the past week, and these streams have helped me not to go insane. Thank you for that. Hope I can see Thor tomorrow morning somehow. Well, I'm sorry that that's happening to you, man. I'm glad that you've been able to find some solace in the streams and in the content. So just keep your chin up, man. Keep your chin up. Sozin says, if Thor is meh, then this is for the Taika diaper fund. Take my money. Hey, Sozin, thanks, man. Hey, man, look, we need the Russo brothers back bad. Nobody's talking about this shit. Everybody's like, oh, man, Iron Man's, man, we lost Iron Man. Shit hasn't been the same. Oh, man, we lost fucking, Captain America. Shit's not the same. Oh, dude. No, it's the Russo brothers. Think back to your favorite Marvel movies. Russo brothers. They're incredible, dude. They're fucking incredible, dude. Fucking incredible, dude. We need the Russos back. Come on, baby. Come on back to the party. Cameron Rook says, as a member for 11 months, got tickets for 3 p.m. July. The best a man can get. Thanks, bro. Vegas Baby KJ with a $2 house says, just wanted to say, Taika was dead ass serious, LMAO. Maybe. Finto182 says, saw a fan cast for Reverse Flash that made me burst out laughing. Ezra Miller. It would kind of work, LOL. Seriously though, Anthony Starr would be epic. Anthony Starr could be Flash for sure. A lot of questions about that. We'll see what the fuck happens with that movie, dude. Because like, I don't think it's gonna get better for Ezra. That's all I'm saying. Jedi Nerd with a $1 holla. Thanks, brother. Markio says, hey Josh, is there somewhere I can purchase your comic? Yes, there is. You can go to shortfusemedia.com. You can find some of them on Kindle/Comixology. I don't have a store up where I sell like my copies or whatnot, but maybe in the future. Again, Matic, thank you for joining the Nerd Vengers. Appreciate you, bro. The Real Bomb Bad Bounty says Taika clearly planned Thor Love and Thunder to have a 69% rating. Wouldn't that be crazy if he did? I want to know, like maybe in the run up to it, he's like, you know, I'd really like to have a 69%. I feel like that would be great. I don't know. RG2088 with a 25-month membership. Holy buttholes. Look at that badge. Says, saw Love and Thunder, and I liked it. It was funny, but it put it a tad below Ragnarok. There's some pretty good stuff in the movie, though. End credit scene was great. I want more of that. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I think those post-credit scenes are going to be sick. Ham Solo says, hey, Josh, Luke Soka, that is all. You've done well, Ham Solo. C-Dub says, who's excited for that Thor 4 Mjolnir popcorn tin? Getting mine at 3 p.m. today. Take my money. Yo, C-Dub, if you can get your hands on 2 of those, if you can buy 2 of those, let me know. I'll PayPal you it. Because I want one. I don't think my theater's doing it, bro. Arthur says, Love and Thunder 6 and 8 p.m. tonight. 6 p.m. Friday. God Bod back. Dude, holy shit. Well, that's awesome, Arthur. That's sick, dude. You're going to watch a lot of Thor this weekend. That's awesome. Nick Kopak says, Christopher Nolan's Star Wars movie would be epic. I don't know about that. Never Lose Your Nerd says, terms I can't stand hearing. Toxic and pacing. Well, the pacing of your super chat just now was super toxic, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay, let's hang out in the chat. Let's hang on the chat for a little bit. I got like 10, 15 minutes. Neil Blomkamp. I like Neil Blomkamp. I like the Blom. Yeah, exactly. We'd leave Chris Nolan's Star Wars movie not understanding a thing. Dude, I tried to watch Tenet, and I thought that movie was terrible. And I love Christopher Nolan, dude. I love Christopher Nolan. I thought that movie was terrible. I feel like it's a super complicated, weird plot with some of the most boring characters I've ever seen. Like, they're fucking boring, bro. Chris Evans to direct Secret Wars? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's cool. Oh, my God. Have you seen KP Films Kenobi show edit? No, I have not. I've heard about it though. A lot of people talk about that. Josh, did anybody tell you look like George Lucas in the 70s? Yeah, George told me that when he woke me up after cloning me. He said, "Well, I needed to put a new Lucas out into the world, and I send you forth to shit on Disney Star Wars." I was like, "Thanks, Uncle George." Mission accepted. Tenet was lit. I loved it. You don't say that. You don't say that. I just thought it was boring. Taika would be perfect for a KOTOR movie. Very character-driven story. Nice. Am I going to see Nope? Nah. I don't like scary movies, dude. Mad love for Jordan Peele. Mad love. So cool. Carving out of space in the industry. Fucking awesome work. People love his shit. That's awesome. But no, I'm not into horror, so I'm not going to check it out. You're a clone of your own uncle? Don't think about it so much, so much, so much, so. I enjoyed Tenet. Okay, God, you guys enjoyed Tenet. Good for you. Holy shit. Tenet was pretty cool. Mental process and pay attention kind of time. Don! Even Don liked Tenet? Everybody's going to bat for Tenet? All right, I'm going to flip-flop on Tenet. I'm going to cave into the pressure. Nerd Vengers, it has come to my attention that I misspoke and simply didn't understand the true value of Tenet as a movie. Recently, I watched it in reverse, and I get it now. It's incredible cinema. I was wrong. I judged it too harshly. And now I'm a big Tenet fan. I want to thank you for sticking with me through this time of growth and learning from my mistakes. So thank you. Mason says Tenet was whack. It's okay, Josh. Thank you. I knew it. It was buttholes. Look what Nolan did with Batman. Think he couldn't create his own era of Star Wars? I understand Disney conflict, though. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Tenet was booty cheeks. Elizabeth Olsen shrine greater than Natalie Portman shrine? I would say yes nowadays, but my taste has slightly changed, and she's just awesome, man. She's just such a cool lady. If you have to watch a movie twice to understand it, it's not a good movie. Yeah, for sure, man. Josh, I at you on Twitter. Apparently, the Marvel Disney Cruise is an alternate universe. Yeah, I just saw that. That's kind of cool. So maybe it's 838. Haven't seen Tenet. Should I watch it? Yeah, you can try. Do I listen to The Doors? I love The Doors, bro. Yeah, I have both shrines. My man. The plebeians saying Tenet is bad. Ha! Hey, you don't talk that elitist shit over here, Harris. And yeah, maybe I had too many blinkers. I don't know. Drummond Company says, nope, that's not true at all. What part? Kiwi! What's up, brother? Member for 13 months. Appreciate the love. Says, I saw Thor 4 yesterday. Was effing epic. Nerdvenger membership milestones. Let's fucking go. Also, speaking of Tenet, Josh, do you think the Avatar 2 trailer looks kind of mid? Chad May sim for life, bruh. I don't know about that. I thought the trailer looked all right. I don't know if I would say it's mid, because I think there's actually a lot going on there. I think that he's showing... I thought it was very effective as a trailer. It's not showing like the final boss fight or shit like that, right? But I like the trailer. I'll also say, even though you didn't ask about this, the newest Lord of the Rings trailer for Rings of Power was like the first time I ever thought, like, damn, this could be cool. So maybe we'll check that out, talk about it on stream and whatnot. But I appreciate you, bro. And look, I think that I will like Thor. Gonna check it out, though, and just kind of see, you know. Jordan says, finally made it to the live in the live stream. What's up from Alaska and hype for Thor? Den of Goats. Hey, Jordan, that's very generous. $20 holler. Holy shit, man. Thanks so much for that. Alaska, huh? Are you in the cold part of Alaska or the warm part of Alaska? And I'm hyped for Thor too, man. Let's go. Pretty Nikki says you don't have to like Tenet just because of some of us did. But you better love everything else I love. Take my money. Thanks, Pretty Nikki. I appreciate it. I'm excited. Hey, Pretty Nikki, when are you seeing Thor? I think you said today, right? I think you said you were seeing it today, right? Sneakz, member for 3 months, says, Josh, when Anakin said the Jedi are evil, what does he think he is considering Dark Lord of the Sith? Also, what lies is he talking about in Revenge of the Sith? So I think what he's saying about the lies is like he wants to help people, and this comes up in Clone Wars a couple of different times. He just wants to like help people, and the Jedi say like we can't be involved. It has to go through the Senate, all these different things. And, you know, the Jedi do become super bureaucratic. They become entrenched in politics, and then they become warriors. They totally lose the path that I think they should have been on, right? And I think what he means is, in my mind, the Jedi are evil. He's literally saying that the Jedi are trying to just preserve their own power, keep it out of the other people's hands, that the Senate's kind of like a puppet. Like, he's just basically bought into the propaganda. And also you have to recognize this is a dude who's been sort of at odds with the Jedi his whole experience. The only reason they let the council train him is because Qui-Gon dies. Nobody really wants him there, you know. So, yeah, that's my take. That's my take. That's my take. Max Ross says, Josh, Tenet is boring and confusing. Also, Josh, my favorite movie is Schenectady, New York. Love ya anyway. Dude, Schenectady, New York is an incredible film. I just legitimately thought that the characters were boring. Like, the homie's cool. Like, Nate Washington is cool, but there's no complexity there. There's no way to engage in the story when you don't know what the fuck is happening. And so it's like this really heady, like, reverse engineer a wild story thing, all the while being told through the lensing of characters that I just didn't find that interesting. You know, like, at least the characters in what's the Inception? The characters in Inception are brilliant. There's intrigue. There's like the whole haunted past thing. There's a lot more going on in that movie. Chase Floyd says, you play a lot of card games. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Master Duels is awesome. Thanks for all the entertainment you provide each and every day. Well, thank you, Chase Floyd. I appreciate that. Never been a Yu-Gi-Oh person. I've played like all kinds of card games, but never played Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. I know people really like it, but yeah. Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh creator passed away, man. May he rest in peace. Yeah. Do you build model kits? I do not, but I would consider it. I'm just not very patient, you know? Like, sometimes it's even in... like, I have, you know, some expensive, like, Iron Man figures and stuff, and sometimes I'm, like, even putting those things together and, like, posing them, and I'm like, this is frustrating. I just don't have a lot of patience. Sneak says, what do you think of the Transformers movies and the reboot with Bumblebee? Are you into Transformers? I like Transformers a lot. I used to get all the toys. Beast Wars was my fucking jam back in the day. But in my opinion, the Transformers movies are booty cheeks. Even the first one, which is the best one, I didn't even think was that great. So, I don't know, man. Maybe they'll figure it out, but I don't have a lot of confidence in the Transformers movies. So. Josh, that Love and Thunder popcorn is on sale right now. Okay, I'll check it out. Big predictions for Love and Thunder? I don't want to say anything because I know all the spoilers. So I can't answer that. Next movie is Beast Wars. That's what they say. And I will check it out. But I don't know, we'll see. I might flame it. What's some of your favorite books of all time? You talk about comics or you talk about novels? Or nonfiction books? Do you want to know some of my favorite nonfiction books? Novels. Okay. Probably my favorite novel of all time is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I love that book. I think it's fan-freaking-tastic. The Count of Monte Cristo is also really, really high for me. Probably one of my favorite books. I like The Inheritance Cycle. I like The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. What else? I don't know. My brain's not working. So, would you like a novel about revenge? Dude, Monte Cristo is good. All right, everybody, we're going to get on out of here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will be releasing a very cool video about the future of the Netflix characters at Marvel. It's wild, bro. You got to check that out. And then I'm seeing Thor in just a couple of hours, and I'll do a video, and we'll talk Thor for spoilers tomorrow morning. It's going to be a good time. Much love to you all. as I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, wait, Smokey Kenobi. Okoye, Angel, Nova, Bucky, Carnage, Sip, Hulk, Sip. Oh, that's your deck. Nice. Nice. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. I'm pretty interested to see how people like the Thor movie. I'm pretty interested to see about the Thor movie. Always a wild time. Always a wild time. Hanging out. Talking nerdy stuff. Yeah. Gonna watch it. Gonna cheer. Gonna cry. Gonna laugh. I'm excited, man. It's always like comes down to that thing where when you get like on the way to the theater, like the hype starts building, sit down, you're like, oh shit, and then you just like let it happen, man. You know, I'm excited, and Marvel just continues to deliver. You know, even if this movie is like not the best, and like, you know, some people are down on it or whatever, I'm damn sure it'll still be entertaining as fuck, still be a real good time, and this party just keeps on rolling, man. We're 2 weeks away from San Diego Comic-Con. Tons of fun stuff coming from Marvel. And Star Wars. So it's a good time to be a nerd. Much love, everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care. Ta-ta for now.